Well, folks, the Donald is at it again. That's right, the former president with a penchant for tariffs and Twitter tirades has found a new soapbox, Truth Social. And what better way to christen it than with a threat to slap a 100% tariff on all goods from BRICS nations? This audacious declaration, delivered with all the subtlety of a bald eagle crashing through a plate glass window, sent shockwaves through the global economic community. Trump's reasoning? He claims that BRICS, a group of emerging economies, is plotting to overthrow the mighty US dollar. This alleged conspiracy, whispered in hushed tones by Trump and his most ardent supporters, involves replacing the greenback with a newfangled currency, the horror. But before we delve into the economic ramifications of this tariff tantrum, let's take a closer look at the supposed target, BRICS. What is it, and why does Trump seem to have it in for them? Stay tuned, folks, because things are about to get interesting. BRICS, for those who haven't been following along with their geopolitical bingo cards, stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These emerging economic powerhouses banded together in 2009, hoping to create a counterweight to the dominance of the G7 nations. Think of it as the cool kids table in the global cafeteria, where the up-and-comers hang out and talk about things like sustainable development and reforming the global financial system. But recently, the BRICS club has gotten a whole lot bigger. Joining the original five are some notable newcomers: Iran, Ethiopia, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates, and Indonesia. This expansion, which has been in the works for a while, is seen by many as a sign of BRICS' growing influence on the world stage. This expansion, coupled with BRICS' increasing economic clout, seems to have ruffled some feathers in Washington. And by ruffled some feathers, I mean sent Donald Trump into a Twitter-fueled frenzy. But before we delve into the psychological complexities of a septuagenarian former reality TV star, let's move on to the next player in this geopolitical drama, Vladimir Putin. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the bear in the Kremlin, Vladimir Putin. The Russian president has been a vocal critic of the US dollar's dominance for years, arguing that it gives the United States an unfair advantage in the global economy, and let's be honest, he's not entirely wrong. Putin's grievances have only intensified since the West imposed crippling sanctions on Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. These sanctions, designed to isolate Russia from the global financial system, have made it difficult for Russian businesses to access international markets and have sent the ruble tumbling like a drunk figure skater. In response, Putin has been pushing for a new international payment system that would allow BRICS nations to bypass the US dollar altogether. This move, if successful, could have significant implications for the global economy. Imagine a world where the US dollar is no longer the undisputed king of currencies. It's enough to make a former reality TV star sweat. Section 4, Tariffs, those pesky price hikers. Now, let's talk about tariffs, shall we? Those pesky little surcharges on imported goods that have a nasty habit of driving up prices for everyone. Trump, during his time in office, was a big fan of tariffs, slapping them on everything from Chinese steel to Canadian lumber. The results, as many economists predicted, were mixed at best. While some domestic industries benefited from the protectionist measures, consumers were left footing the bill for higher prices. Remember that time you went to buy a washing machine and nearly fainted at the price tag? Yeah, tariffs were probably partly to blame. So, what would happen if Trump were to somehow magically impose these 100% tariffs on BRICS nations? Well, for starters, get ready to pay a lot more for everything from Brazilian coffee to Indian spices. Section 5. The economic crystal ball, cloudy with a chance of price hikes. If Trump's tariff threats were to become reality, the economic fallout would be significant. US consumers would feel the pinch of higher prices on a wide range of goods, potentially fueling inflation. Businesses reliant on imports from BRICS nations would face higher costs, potentially leading to job losses. And the global trading system, already strained by geopolitical tensions, could be pushed to the brink. Of course, it's important to note that Trump is no longer in office, and his ability to enact such sweeping economic policies is, shall we say, limited. However, his pronouncements on Truth Social, however outlandish, still carry weight among his supporters, and could influence the debate on US trade policy. So what does the future hold? Will Trump's tariff threats come to pass? Will BRICS succeed in toppling the US dollar from its throne? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be an interesting ride. Buckle up, folks.